This podcast is brought to you by Red Bull, giving you wings. Whether you're powering throughout a busy day of work, studying, or just need that extra boost to stay sharp and focused, Red Bull is your ultimate energy partner. With its unique blend of caffeine, taurine, and B vitamins, Red Bull keeps you energized so you can achieve your goals and take on new challenges. Stay fueled, stay driven, and let Red Bull help you reach new heights.
Hey everyone, I'm Mathis, and welcome to this new episode of One Day, One Job. The snow where we learn more about the job of a student during apprenticeships. Today we have Romain Bacquet with us, within his field where of beauty GMP in Toulouse, and is doing his apprenticeship at 5. Hi Romain, thank you for joining us.
Hey, thank you for seeing me on the podcast.
So Romain, tell us about yourself. What's your background? Did you make a choice?
Sure. So in first, I did a back STI2D in Figeac, and after that, I decided to continue with BUT GMP in Toulouse because I like sciences. We work in STI2D. Now for my third and last year in the BUT GMP, I'm doing my apprenticeship at Fifth Synetics Laser System in Sarcere, close to my parents' place, and I'm working as a mechanical study technician apprentice.
Cool. Sounds great. I have 5 questions to understand your journey better. First, did you choose GMP in Toulouse?
I chose GMP because it's pretty similar to what we did in STI2D. We focus on things like design, sizing, physics, math. All of that is part of mechanical engineering. It's good fit to continue my studies in engineering, but I also wanted to discover things like production engineering, which is a big part of the GMP program. Finally, I chose Toulouse because my brother lives there and I wanted to explore the city.
Toulouse is definitely a great city. You mentioned engineering and production engineering. Your apprenticeship is more focused on engineering, right? What exactly do you do in your company?
Yeah, I'm mainly working in engineering in a design office. I'm involved designing and building machines, production lines and process. In Saint-Céré, the site of Saint-Céré is specialized in laser technology. So we use lasers in different ways, like for cutting or welding. I work with a team of mechanical engineers and I learn a lot from them. For example, I worked on designing a battery assembly line for electric cars. My tasks include designing parts, calculate the stress they face, like tension, compression, bending, buckling, etc. And creating parts, for example, drawing or machine assembly plans, like for a battery testing station. And I also make meetings for various projects. In conclusion, I'm working as a mechanical study technician specializing in laser technology. Other point, in the site of Saint-Céré, there is no production planning department, so it's necessary to verify all the plan because all the parts we designed will be made by another company to machining the part of, for example, we can use other process like molding, make a composite part. So we use a lot, finally, and we use a lot of the additive manufacturing to make prototype for traction test, for example.
That sounds really interesting. Finally, one last question. What would you say to future students who are considering an apprenticeship?
I'd say that an apprenticeship is a great way to apply what you learn in class in the real world. You get to use the theory in a practical way, and it's also a good way to start your career, whether you want to work after you graduate or just develop other skills like teamwork and communication, which are super important in my job, especially when working in open space. More you get paid, which is a pretty nice when you're a student.
Thanks for listening to One Day, One Job. Before we go, show some love for your favorite postcard by leaving us a review on Apple Postcard. Then stay tuned for next week for a new episode of One Day, One Job.